Kentucky is a state in the southeastern region of the United States and one of the states of the Upper South. It borders Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio to the north, West Virginia to the northeast, Virginia to the east, Tennessee to the south, and Missouri to the west. Its northern border is defined by the Ohio River. Its capital is Frankfort and its largest city is Louisville. Overall, the state has got 120 counties. Kentucky covers a total area of 40,411 square miles, making it the 37th largest state in the country. People first came to the land now known as Kentucky at least 14,000 years ago, possibly following mammoth and other large game that migrated here. Thousands of years later, different Native American tribes inhabited the region. It wasn't until 1774 when the first permanent white settlement was founded. Pioneers James Harrod and Daniel Boone founded other settlements in the following years. For a while, the eastern section of present-day Kentucky was considered part of Virginia, but in 1792 it was declared its own state. The western part of Kentucky was later added in 1818, after being purchased from the Chickasaw tribe. Kentucky is situated in the upland south. A significant portion of eastern Kentucky is part of Appalachia. The state contains 6 different geographical regions. Furthest east is the mountain region, a part of the Appalachian mountain chain. Forests, high ridges, and narrow V-shaped valleys are here, plus the state's highest point, Big Black Mountain. This is also a land of coal fields. 10,500 square miles of coal are under this area, known as the Eastern Kentucky Coal Field. In the middle of the knobs is the bluegrass region, named for the bluish-green grass that grows there. Its hills, sinkholes, caves, and springs were all created when the local limestone weathered or broke down. In the west is the horseshoe-shaped knobs region, where erosion has created hundreds of knob-shaped hills, called monadnocks. The Penroyal region is named after a type of mint plant that grows there, spreading west across the center of the state. This area is rocky with trees, lakes, and lots of caves. One of these caves is Mammoth Cave, the world's longest. It stretches over 350 miles. Surrounded by the Penroyal is the Western Coalfield region, a hilly area overlying 4,600 square miles of coal. The Jackson Purchase in the far west, which was added to Kentucky in 1818, is lowland filled with ponds, lakes, and swamps. With almost half the state covered in forests, it's not surprising that Kentucky is one of the country's top 3 producers of hardwood. It's also the 3rd largest coal producer in the United States, thanks to its vast natural coal fields. Limestone is another top resource. Kentucky enjoys a temperate climate and generally plentiful rainfall. The state's mean annual temperature is between 55 and 60 degrees Fahrenheit. The yearly growing season lasts about 170 to 210 days, depending on location. Mean annual precipitation is about 45 inches. Kentucky has more navigable miles of water than any other state in the Union, other than Alaska. Kentucky is the only U.S. state to have a continuous border of rivers running along 3 of its sides: the Mississippi River to the west, the Ohio River to the north, and the Big Sandy River and Tug Fork to the east. Its major internal rivers include the Kentucky River, Tennessee River, Cumberland River, Green River, and Licking River. The United States Census Bureau determined that the population of Kentucky was 4,500,000 people in 2020, increasing since the 2010 United States Census. Kentucky's population has grown during every decade since records have been kept, but during most decades of the 20th century, there was also net out-migration from Kentucky. Since 1900s, rural Kentucky counties have had a net loss of more than 1 million people to migration, while urban areas have experienced a slight net gain. In 2022, Kentucky's GDP reached $195.7 billion US, representing an increase of 1% from 2021. Kentucky's GDP has grown at an annualized rate of 0.7% over the 5 years to 2022. Moreover, Kentucky's trailing 5-year GDP growth ranks it 31st out of all 50 US states.